Some of the nation's most elite, most powerful lawyers are right here in Las Vegas.
I don't care who you are. It is your responsibility and privilege to follow the law in this country.
Paul Pata, a former federal prosecutor and rated as one of the top 100 lawyers in the nation by his peers. Christian Morris has already proven her skills in and out of the courtroom.
You've heard from the other side. Now let me tell you the facts. Several California cities have moved to ban plastic straws, making the use of straws a misdemeanor punishable by up to a $1,000 fine and a year in jail. Can a state or local government ban straws without cause? Is there a constitutional right to use straws, or can the government ban anything it wants? Is this the last straw? Welcome to Vegas Lawyer. My name's Christian Morris. I'm a personal injury attorney. I'm here today with Darren Haven, international immigration attorney. And I'm also here with Aisha Mehdi. Hello. Healthcare attorney. And we're talking about
Straws.
the constitutional right to use a straw. And frankly, Darren always draws the short straw. So I'm going to let him talk about it first.
How many straw puns are we going to have in this segment?
As many as I can think of.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do a straw poll before the segment's over.
I'm always the straw man. Okay, so the issue we obviously have here is to what degree can the government not like something on one day and just ban it?
Well, no, I mean, let's actually talk about it. First off, let's address it. Is there a constitutional right to use a straw?
Of course there is.
What?
Why is there not?
All right.
It is my First Amendment right to be able to use a straw.
Aisha.
It is a form of speech.
As a lipstick-wearing female, do you have a constitutional right to use a straw?
I mean, I just don't see why I wouldn't have a constitutional right not to use a straw.
They are essential to maintaining the lipstick on the lips,
okay,
correct?
yes, that's correct.
Yes.
But
you
they
know,
do
they're
have
not
metal straws now. That's the big thing, where you buy metal straws that are reusable, so it doesn't have to be plastic.
What about paper?
Oh, so you carry your own straw.
You carry your own straw.
Oh, so you're a straw-carrying Republican / libertarian /
Libertarian. We'll keep
I
it
think there's a little bit of Republican in you. Just cause.
Okay, and so back to the straws.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, here's the issue, right? It's again this fanaticism that seems to be overrunning the country. We don't like something, so we ban it. Whether it be speech, whether it be speech in universities especially, right? We don't like it, we're going to ban it. We need safe zones, we need straw-free zones, plastic straw-free zones, because, and this is what it all comes down to, a report written by a 13-year-old kid who said that we use 500 million straws a day. 13-year-old kid back in, 5, 6, 7 years ago, wrote this, and now all of a sudden it is the Bible and it's all true.
I mean, let's be realistic, though. It's not as if the government is saying you don't have a constitutional right to use a straw. I mean, that is what we're talking about.
This is what the government is saying.
No, these are small California cities saying,
Governments.
hey, this is where we're looking to move to, and I think they're most likely going to be unsuccessful. I don't think that there's going to be a ban on straws, but I think what we're talking about is more the movement of censorship. The more the movement of saying, hey, look, what our opinion is that we are supportive of the environment, right? We don't want plastic straws to be used because it's bad for the environment. And nobody can argue with that. We want the environment to be maintained, correct?
Correct.
Except for we have to look at the way in which we're talking about it, because of course that sounds good to us, but that shouldn't limit the way that we live our lives. What we wear, how we conduct our lives, how we intake our beverages. Correct?
For me, I think the U.S. should be on the forefront of being the most advanced country in every way, shape, and form.
I agree.
And then plastic straws being, they're not banning plastic straws. They're changing, like they want paper straws or steel.
So the city government is a ban of plastic straws.
No, they're not banning it yet, correct? I mean,
No,
what this is this is up for kind of essentially like something that the citizens can vote on. Fair?
Yes, exactly. So if the citizens want to ban their plastic straws in their little city, awesome. But
except it affects interstate commerce, which makes it a federal issue. What if I come in with my plastic straw from out of the city and I get fined $1,000?
No, it doesn't prevent it from coming in. It just means that city is not going to be buying any of it because they have a ban on plastic straws in that city.
But the idea is that it's $1,000 fine if you use a plastic straw in the city.
Potentially.
that makes it a federal issue.
So here's my concern is that they make this into a law where there are fines, where there's jail time. And that's not what it should be. I mean, that makes it seem like, I don't know if anyone's watched The Handmaid's Tale, but it's absolutely scary, the level of censorship that is potentially out there. And I think why there's a concern about this and why there's a concern about things like social media banning certain news groups is that we can say, at what point does it end? And there is the people who talk about the slippery slope all the time, but we're talking about something at straws. I mean, there's an issue with saying an entire town can't use straws, and if you do, you're going to get fined or you're going to get jail time.
Yeah, $1,000 in a year in jail is a bit too much.
Right, there you go.
So I agree with that.
For a lady who just wants to keep her lipstick on, right?
But in the end, I mean, I just think that it's not even just, it's countries like Mexico and China, they're also substituting their plastic straws to paper straws. And I think, like I said, the U.S. should be in the forefront and be ahead in this.
China is not doing nothing of the sort.
Oh.
The China
I read.
is actually the worst user of plastic and dumping it in the China and India. But another conversation.
Coming from a guy who is holding the short straw. So I don't know if we're going to be listening to that.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Let's end this.
Well, that is all the time we have for this segment, but I'm the one who ends them, Darren. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.